got good news. We got an update. Remember the bank manager that refused to cash a black man's check after he got paid? And he called the cops on him and had the guy detained. And he's accusing man saying, oh, your check is fake. Well, we got an update. Check this out.
Remember the guy who was
bank manager fired after refusing black man's check.
Black. Okay, remember that story?
Update. Hashtag banking while black.
Something has happened to that bank manager. Let me give it the update. Let me remind you of Joe Morrow. Let's put up a picture of Joe Morrow.
Remember him?
Completely innocent.
Yeah, innocent guy cashing his check after a hard day's of work.
His check was appropriate. They decided to tell him, you people
always try to cash fake checks.
That's what
the manager said to him.
Manager told him.
Of all people, the manager said
Well, they finally called his job after calling the police. And his job said, yeah, this is a real check. He's one of ours. He works for us. All right. The head of U.S. Bank is now apologizing for what is being called a classic example
of banking while
black. After customer was accused of fraud and put in handcuffs while trying to cash his check, as 5 investigators first reported this week, a U.S. bank manager in Columbia Heights called police to report a possible fraudulent check and a suspect posing a threat. Joe Morrow's check was real, but police body camera video shows the manager didn't call to verify that fact until after Morrow was in handcuffs. They wanted him locked up. Joe Morrow, 23, had just finished a 12-hour shift at a grocery distributor in October when he tried to cash a $900 check at a branch in Columbia Heights, Minnesota. The teller serving him called a manager over. They were all looking at me and just staring at me, and then at the check, and then staring at me again, and I'm already knowing what they're thinking. The check is fake. Morrow said in an interview with KTSP-TV of Minneapolis about the incident of banking while black. The manager, he came over and said, Joe Morrow, your check is fake. And I said, what? Morrow recalled. He said, you people always coming in here with fake checks. Let's put up a picture of the manager.
Check this out. Here
John asked with, well, guess what? That fake check, which was a real check, John, just got you a real firing. He is gone. Okay?
Yeah, Mr. Manager.
They eventually called
the
employer confirmed it.
Your real job is gone.
Naturally, it got significant attention. And so the update is that branch manager is no more. And we need to continue to expose things like this. Social discrimination, just doing regular stuff. And because you're black, you are called you people. All right. Doc, what are your thoughts on this one?
Well, I could not agree more. I mean, the moniker "you people," right? That goes back since the beginning of the country, and it really is a very derogatory framing that implies, you people are not. You shouldn't be using the bank. You don't have a right to finance, to capital, to any kind of betterment in a certain kind of way. We know Ross Perot, for example, got in trouble for using that during the Republican primary many years ago and factors like that. And so in a way, it just speaks to the ongoing nature of implicit bias and why implicit bias is so important to continually assess and call out in a particular way. And it sounds like the right outcome happened here, but again, it's the same story. How many times has this happened where it didn't make it onto Facebook, it didn't make it onto television, and it's just kind of the everyday microaggression of stuff like this?
Yeah. One silver lining here, the young man, Mr. Joe Morrow, did receive a settlement from the bank. Naturally, there's now an institution of diversity training. These things are moving in the right direction. At first, the bank denied any wrongdoing. Now, because shows like this would not let it go at that, they are changing their tune.
You ever wondered what?
Yep. You know, it doesn't just stand from black people. I mean, it stands for minorities and people who are not high class, like that. That's the thing. I mean, I've heard people saying this, like, yeah, I mean, unless you're dressed in a suit and khakis and slacks like that, you walk in a bank and say you work hard, you get your paycheck, and you're dressed like your clothes will beat up, or you look like a bum. You know, you're gonna get looked at, and you're like, what the hell's this cracker bum look coming here? It looks like a bum. It looks like a homeless loser. Oh yeah, it happens. You know, even the cops even race profile people like that too. It's like that. You can be running beat up clothes like that. Anyways, I'm out here. My job. Peace out.